everybody, we're back, and we are back with episode 22.
22. 22.
I love the number 22. If it had one more two, it would be an angel number. Woo. Secret handshake, y'all, for those of you on Spotify. But I was going to say something right now, and I forgot. Oh, today might not have happened today. I literally said, and I'm not even kidding, out loud, I think we should skip today.
We were close.
We were close. We'll get into it in a minute, but I just want to put that out there.
It was close.
It was close. But you wanted to share something about Disneyland?
Well, I want to share Zoomies. This is our Zoomie time. So Disneyland yesterday with the family was awesome. We had a great time. I just want to share a couple moments where the anxiety hit the roof. Oh, yeah. Because there was plenty of those, especially when we went through the metal detector. Do you remember? You were in front of me. You didn't hear that guy, huh?
I heard him saying something about, I used to be a trainer.
Yeah.
And I said, I've heard enough.
But that was at the end.
Jesus
so you missed
Christ.
the whole beginning.
Yeah. Well, because I went through, I didn't have a belt on.
Right.
And the metal detector was coming up. And that guy was at the wand and he was getting a little too close to my kuka. So I was like, what are you doing? I made the face. I didn't say anything. And then he goes, do you have a belt on? And I go, no. And he's like, oh, go ahead. I was like, yeah, bitch, because you got that thing too close to my fucking hoo-ha. He did. And then that's when I turned around and got my phone and I heard him say, because I used to be a trainer. And I go, I've had enough. I've heard enough and I've had enough. What did he say?
He said, okay, so I took out, you empty your pockets, I put it in the tray. And then he said, okay, walk through. Because you were talking to that guy and I was getting ready to walk through. And he goes, before you go through, though, I just want to say.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm already laughing and I'm already running away to put my hand like this over my face.
He's I typically say, we typically don't allow guns in the park.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I did not expect that at all. I thought he was going to say something else. And I was just getting ready.
Because he was deadpan, right?
Yeah, because I thought he was going to say something else. Yeah. But he said that, and it threw me the fuck off, and it made me kind of mad. Right? Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And then I just want to say, we do not typically allow guns in the park. That's what he told me.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And then I just looked at him. I said, come on, man. Come on, man.
Is that when he said, well, I used to be a trainer?
And no, he goes, I just wanted to say, those things could be illegal. And then I'm like pointing at the fucking arch and I'm like, can I just go through, dude? Like,
can I just say my butt just puckered right now? Yeah. That's so cringy.
Those things should be illegal, right? And then I just make my way through, and then he's talking some more, and he's like trying to like compliment him, and I can't hear any words coming out of his mouth. And I just kept saying, "Come on, man."
Wait, is this how you saw it unraveling? Because like you can't hear him. Was he going?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. At that point, I heard the other ones before, but I was already over it. Yeah, and that's why I kept saying, "Come on, man!" and then he could tell I was kind of annoyed, and then that's when he said, "Well, I just, I used to be your personal trainer, man. I know the dedication."
Oh, did you?
I just want to give you compliments about it, and I said, "Well, then say that."
Well, no, don't even say that because just because you're a guy doesn't mean that they're allowed to talk about your body.
No, but I'm just saying, hey, man, you look great, bro. I just want to say, you look at you work hard in the gym. I would have respected that way more.
Even that, like you're not supposed to talk about anyone's body.
True story.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's funny. It makes me laugh because you have anxiety going through. You guys, when Tate goes through security, whether it's at Disneyland or whether it's at the airport. Yeah. He always gets nervous like he has a gun in his pocket. Yeah. Well, technically you have 2 guns. You're packing 2 guns. 3 if we're counting everything.
Dude, come on. That just made it worse.
2 guns and a bazooka. That's all I'm saying.
Come on, bud. It just made it worse.
What if he said that?
It immediately made it worse. It doesn't have to go that far.
What if he said that though?
Can I just do my Zoomie without you making it worse.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts.
Let's just do my Zoomy, how I recall it. Okay, how I recall
it's more fun when I add to it, though.
No, it's not. I'm already embarrassed. I'm already embarrassed about talking about it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's so funny.
I know, and then he could tell I was annoyed,
Yeah.
right? Just like I am right now about your comment. and then he said, "Dude, no, seriously, bro, seriously. I just, I used to be a personal trainer, and that's when he was telling me that shit." And I know the dedication. By that time, I have my back to him. I'm just like fucking walking away, like, dude, shut the fuck up.
And he's looking at me like, and I'm like, I cannot help you right now. In fact, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I heard that. I'm out.
Yeah.
Check, please.
It's too much.
Dude, that's funny, but it's not worse than mine. It's not worse than what happened to me at Disneyland yesterday.
No, it's not.
You guys,
but it was at the end.
I know, but I still feel bad. Listen, guys, we went to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
We got to. We got a ticket to the gun show.
Jesus. let's like before you describe what happens to you, I want to remind everyone on our show, especially if you missed our episode with Donnie.
Oh yeah.
How he described.
Yeah.
Your
my stomach.
Yeah, your stomach, right?
My tissue paper stomach.
Which you might call tissue paper.
Como se dice? Tissue paper stomach. If you're new here and you don't know what we're talking about, go back to episode 52 in season 1, and that'll refresh your memory.
So I just want to remind everyone
that's actually a good point. That's a good point.
That point first, and then now you can tell your.
That's actually a really great fucking point.
You
okay,
can tell your story.
So we had a ticket to the gun show. Then we had lots of fun, and then wait. There's even more anxiety. Okay, so we had it was dinner and a show.
Yeah.
Actually, dude, I'm killing it today.
All right, bud.
So the dinner
bit is too much.
And we will carry this bit to the end. We went to Storyteller Cafe, and it's basically a buffet and it has all the Disney characters walking around.
Yeah.
And you get to take pictures. I'm going to put pictures up here for you guys. They had, when I first made the reservation, they were like, "Oh, we have a new dinner something or other, character something or other." And it's like Donald Duck's something or other. I don't know, show. And I was like,
adventure or something.
And I go, "Oh, cool." I don't know what the lady was talking about. And I'm like, "Yeah, cool. Sign us up."
Yeah.
We go, we sit down, right? And the characters are walking around for and we were there for probably 2 hours?
At least.
First hour, nothing, right? I'm seeing them, but as soon as we walk in.
They came out dancing and then they were gone.
Yeah. Well, we walk in, we're walking to our table, and Brittany's with us, Brittany Broski, for those of you guys who don't know. And she's with us, and she sees Clarabelle, right? And she goes, "Oh, she's from Texas, right?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I want to take a picture with that heifer." And I was like, I started laughing, and I go, "Clarabelle?" She goes, "Yeah, that's her name." And we were laughing, right? We go sit down for the first hour. We're eating. We're going to the buffet. We're coming back, and the characters are walking around, and then they always have a little show. They do a little conga line almost, right, around the whole restaurant, and everybody's waving. I love shit like this. Everyone else is like, whatever. This guy, Donovan, Jared, Billy, they're all sitting. All the guys are sitting on one side with their backs, right, to the show. All of us girls are facing them. Nothing happens. Fast forward, we see, it was Clarabelle that came by first, right? So Clarabelle, no, she was second. First one that came by was Daisy.
Right.
And then I was like, Daisy Duck came by, and I was like, yeah. Every time they run by, I was like, woo! I'm the only one at the table doing that, right? And she comes by, and she sees me. We make eye contact. She comes behind Tate because he's in the perfect spot for everybody to come visit him.
Right.
So she's like hugging on him, and she's like, doing this, and I'm taking video, whatever. And he's like, somebody kill me right now, right? And I was like, go ahead, take a picture with him. He wants a picture with you. She's like, all right. She takes a picture, leaves. Then Clarabelle comes by, does the same thing, but she's on the other end of the table with Drew, Brittany, and Dason. And she's talking, and then she was going like this, like, you guys are eating a lot. And she goes, Drew goes, not me being fat shamed by Clarabelle. And then Brittany was saying jokes, Daisy was saying jokes. It was so funny.
Right.
And then I was like, woo, Clarabelle. And then she's like, oh, comes over, takes picture with Tate. And he's like, I'm going to kill you. And then all these other ones, Donald Duck came by.
Every single one of them.
And I was dying, right? And I was telling Brittany, man, they're just attracted to Tate. And she goes, no, it's because you're making eye contact. I was like, no, I'm not. And then I was all looking at him because I was all, you know, and it was so funny, man. We were dying. But anyway, that's another. So we had the dinner, then we had the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm going too much into this, but fast forward, after we had the dinner and the show, the funsies, we go to watch the new parade, which is bitchin', by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever when it comes to parades.
Is it the light parade? Is that what they call it?
Color lights,
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck it's called.
But it was awesome.
It was literally the best parade I've ever seen. And one of our friends that works at Disney, his name's Maddie. He's like, I'm telling you, this is the best one. And he was not lying.
No.
So I'm enjoying it, right? And then during them, like they're ordering corn dogs, right? It's coming back. And I go, oh, let me have a bite of that corn dog. And I took a bite of the corn dog and I gave it back to her. And as soon as I bit it and I ate it, I was like, uh-oh. Because remember my, como se dice, tissue paper stomach? As soon as I ate it, I already knew I had food poisoning. That's how fast my shit works, you guys. And so I was like, oh no, okay, maybe let me drink some water. Maybe it's fine. And then I remembered I've been gluten-free for over a week now because I kind of felt inflamed and whatnot. And I was like, but I had corn muffins at the dinner and it didn't bother me at all.
Sure.
But I think it was the oil because my stomach is very sensitive to certain oils and too much sugar. And let me tell you guys, I was putting on my own show over there. I tried so hard because I knew I was going to have to throw up. And when I get food poisoning, I know within the first 20 minutes, and this was in the first 30 seconds. It was crazy. But I held on to it. The parade was over. Then the fireworks started. And there's a bunch of people sitting in front of us, right? Because we were sitting in those chairs because we had reservations. And they were sitting in front of us. And I was like, I can't. I thought, I was mapping out in my mind where the closest bathroom is. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. There's too many people. And I'm like, and then I'm scoping out and I'm sitting next to this railing where there's like, a planner. And I was like, it's got to be the planner. And then I waited as long as I could. And then when these big fireworks come up, whoa, like into the planner, like 6 times.
Yeah, it was great.
But here's how talented I am because I have a tissue paper stomach. I'm a professional vomiter. So when the fireworks were going off, I was trying to get it out as much as I could. And it was projectile. It was like a fire hose. And then when the fireworks stopped, I was waiting, and then I waited for fireworks again, and then bah! But I'm also a whisper vomiter, if you will. And every time I was vomiting, I was pouring water on it because I didn't want the people in front of me to smell it. It was pretty bad. Anyway, all that to say, I ruined Disneyland yesterday.
Oh, she didn't ruin it. She did. It was at the end.
Bad.
That was the fireworks show. It was done after that. We were gonna go home.
I know, but the nurse had to come because Drew got scared, and
Maddie was.
I know
he was gonna call the nurse anyways.
I know.
So,
but anyway, that was my zooming because that was the second time I vomited at Disneyland. The other time I had the good fortune of being in the bathroom already, so I was like, I got this. But anyway, there you go. That was a recap of yesterday.
For you.
All right, let's jump into we have a lot of comments that I wanted to share, and they're really freaking cool. This first one is from Lorena_50.
Okay.
And they said, I'm a mask-presenting lesbian, and Tate has inspired me. I've started painting my nails again at home, and it's the greatest feeling ever. Love the new set.
Thank you.
And the one they put up on, they commented on was your reggae ones.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
so
it's very cool.
Thank you for that, Lorena. And good on you. Like painting your nails again. That's freaking awesome.
Seriously.
Hell yeah. Hey, I have a brain blast. When you guys send DMs, or even if you write comments on our YouTube, or even Spotify, can you guys please, if you remember, put your pronouns so I can honor your pronouns when I read these? Cool. All right. And if I don't see any pronouns, I'm just going to call you they. All right. Okay. This one is from Dylan, and their handle is Hello, Dylan. That's how I hear it in my head. It's ELLODYLAN.
That's awesome.
Hello, Dylan. That's how I hear it. Anyway, they just said, killing it in all caps, best internet dad ever. and they were commenting on your bodybuilding picture that
Oh, no way. Thank you very
reposted.
much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So cool. You guys, he's getting really good at this training for the next, what do you call it? Bodybuilding contest.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
But is it August that we're going to Vegas?
I don't know. No, it is. It is.
Is it? Okay, so August we're going to Vegas for like a meet and greet with his whole bodybuilding team and his coach and whatever. And then he might do a warm up, kind of what we're calling a warm up.
Maybe before it.
Oh, before it? I don't know. He might do a competition before the big show.
Yeah,
right?
I think the idea behind it is just to see where I'm at.
Okay.
And see what the competition looks like, I guess.
Yeah. And then the big show's in November. So we'll keep you guys apprised of that. But they commented on your thing.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Killing
Thank
it.
you
Best
so much.
internet dad ever. So thank you,
you.
Dylan. Hello, Dylan. Sorry, I had to say that one more time. Okay. This one is from Jay Mounier. This person said, I just started your podcast and I'm watching your Q&A episode from a year ago when you said it's easier to have all 3 kids with the same initials in case you want a tattoo or something. It knocks them all out in one shot, which is true. My grandparents did the same thing. Get this. They did the same thing 50 years ago with my dad. They had him first and had so many toys labeled JOC. And that when they got pregnant with my aunt, they were like, it's just easier to keep her name the same initials. Now, here we are 3 generations later with a family full of 15 J names.
Wow.
Listen, the commitment to the bit, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's commendable.
It's kind of like all 3 of our kids are D's and all of our pets are D's. With the exception of Beans, because Beans is a redheaded stepchild.
Well, technically, he wasn't our pet.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's the redheaded stepchild.
True.
Like, technically, he's red. I'll put a picture of this little fat ass up here, too. Actually, he was in really good shape. We had our best friend's house sitting for us, and I came back, and he was a fat sausage because he gets walked every day, but I told him that you don't have to walk him. It's too much.
He put on weight fast.
Listen, if you have a weenie dog and you just got that weenie dog, do not overfeed them and make sure you walk them every day.
Yeah.
That fucker got fat, dude. Okay. This next one says, this one is from their handles GP1GM0M. You know who you are. This person said, thank you guys for all that you do. I lost one of my beloved pets on Sunday, and your podcast and the girls' podcast have helped me get through the week without breaking down constantly at work. And then in parentheses, only a little bit in the bathroom. You guys are the best. And that made me sad. To which I replied, go ahead and run me some pics of your beloved pet. So they did.
Awesome.
And so cute. And they said, sorry for the picture spam, but I'm the person who commented that I lost my guinea pig, Dexter. Listen, can I just tell you that we had a cat, Drew had a cat named Dexter. Dexter, kick-ass name. And then they said, here are a few of my favorite pictures of him, which I will display right here, and we will do an homage to Dexter. And the last picture, the last picture is from the first day I brought him home after rescuing him from a home that was giving him horribly inaccurate care. No hay, no veggies, tiny pet store cage that was only 1 by 2 feet. I had him for 5 years. He lived to be 7, and I will miss him every single day for the rest of my life. I have 6 other piggies who helped ease the pain his loss brings. So I'm assuming, he's a guinea pig. So cute. And you had 7, now you have 6. That's a lot, girl. And I mean girl in the most neutral way. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't put your pronouns. But look at Dexter. He's so freaking cute. Okay. Well, we wanted to honor him because, which is crazy because we didn't have a topic for this week because we've been running and gunning, and we ourselves have had a really rough week, not just with the vomit and the gun show, but like really hard family stuff that we're going through. And then I got this, and then we thought about it 5 minutes before we came into the studio. Hey, let's do a podcast on what we're going to talk about, right? But before we get into that, hold that thought because we have 2 more to go.
I almost spilled it. Sorry.
I know. Sorry. That's why I said that.
I thought that was the go ahead.
It was going to be, and then I forgot I had 2 more. Okay. This is from Serafina David, and they said, congrats, Aunt Army, on all your achievements. Thank you, Internet Parents, for bringing us together every week. I look forward to it while I cook and clean. LOL. I can't wait for the Patreon content, which, by the way, Patreon is going to be free. I don't know that it's going to go up June 1st. It might be a little bit after that because we've been going through some stuff, but that's okay. It's coming.
Yeah.
And the reason why I pulled this one is because I love other people who cheer other people on. So if you see ant brags in the comments of our Spotify or YouTube, please shout them out and give them some love. Not just with a little thumbs up. Anybody can fucking do that. Give them a heart, a thumbs up, and put a little comment. You know, cheer them on. Anyway, I just wanted to shout you out, Serafina David, because that's really nice. And it takes a lot to do that. So
thank you so much.
More than just one click, right? So we appreciate that. So love up on your other fellow ants, guys. Okay. Now, I'm ending it with this one. I talked about this one. No, I told you I had two more.
Yeah.
This one, the first one I did talking about like cheering people on.
Sure.
And then this one, we're going to end with our ant brag.
Okay.
Okay. So this one's from Audriana Clifton. And they said, "Hi, AF5, I have an update for you. I got fired in February." I was like, what the hell? I was like, woo! Because that means it was shitty, right? The firm I was at transitioned, and she put in quotation marks, transitioned me out on a Monday morning with no warning and 2 weeks pay, which is weird because usually they cut your ass on a Friday, right? So that you have time to think about it over the weekend. You cut you on Monday, you can come back on Tuesday, right? But anyway, they said, I've been so miserable there. Nailed it. Something I've been realizing ever since I was fired. So that's cool. Like they probably thought, well, that's just how it is. And they got fired and they're like, fuck that place, right? I was miserable.
Yeah.
And then they said, I've been realizing that ever since I was fired, that when it ended, I wasn't even sad. Drew's story, which is perfect. Drew's story of getting fired empowered me a lot throughout the early days. And I can genuinely say Drew and you guys were a huge reason I did not sink into shame, which is very interesting because when you get fired or laid off, you immediately feel shame.
Yeah.
Like even if you got laid off and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. It's really weird. But anyway.
Losing your job is, the idea of it is just super embarrassing.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be, right?
No, especially if you had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So then they go on to say, now I run my own practice. And I go, hold the phone. Caller, please hold.
Winning.
Yeah. Because I was like, are they an attorney? That's badass. So then I'm like reading, I launched in April and I'm happier than I have ever been. Listen to this, guys. Okay. I practice according to my values. I slash bills when I want to for people who need it. Fire clients that are abusive and have felt myself coming back to life. This deserves claps.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's incredible.
And you guys, it's only May. Right? March, April, May. She started it a month ago.
April.
And she's kicking ass a month later. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the last part is, I just wanted to thank you for being my Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout all of this. I hope you're well. Listen, you're such a badass.
That's so awesome.
And here's why. Because you lean on people that bring you a sense of security, safety, feel good about yourself, hope, whatever, and laughs, giggles, right? And then you go to this shitty job and you're like, and then they fire you and you're like, wait a minute. You guys suck. Anyway, and you know what? I can do this because if you think about it, you're doing all the grunt work anyway. So why not start your own business? And to be an attorney and do that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. I'm fucking proud of you.
I was just going to say, there's a lot of freedom in that.
So much freedom.
Yeah, it's all you.
Because how many times do I tell our kids, hey, you will never work harder for anyone than you will for yourself. And that's the God honest truth.
Yeah.
And when you're working your ass off for your own business and you get to call the shots, you get to help people in need, you get to say fuck off to clients who are awful. Trust me, I've been there.
It's not to say you weren't working hard when you were there. It's just different when you're doing it for yourself.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, you're still working hard, right? You're still working your ass off.
Yeah.
But for what?
Right.
So if you can just take a fraction of that and put it towards your own business,
to yourself,
your business is going to explode. That's amazing. And we're so fucking proud of you. Love it. So love it. All right. So thank you for sharing that with us. We
and
are
everybody
so
give her fucking props.
I know,
man.
and this
That's
is where
just
you
fucking fire.
This is where you Aunt Brad clap in the comments. Okay, so we're so proud of you, man. I love hearing that. I get fired up. I cream my jeans when I read things like this because
it's a winning story.
It's so good.
We love a winning story. That's so awesome.
Exactly. And I don't know your pronouns, but your picture, you're very beautiful. But whatever they are, we're here for it. We love you. If it's women empowerment, fuck yeah. If it's she, they, fuck yeah. It's just empowerment all around. So we love you so much and we're so proud of you.
So awesome.
Okay, cool. All right. Guess what? We're ready for our actual podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to blow through this, you guys, because we have a lot of stuff to cover. Okay. So in saying that, when we were talking about Dexter, the guinea pig, we were talking, and we're also going through some stuff, and we got some really hard news, and we've been working through it, and it's brand new and it's fresh, and it just happened today. So we were like, let's talk about it. So our topic today, you guys, is life is short, so don't waste time with people that you love. Okay. It also goes in the reverse. Don't waste time with people who are assholes. Just don't waste time in general. But we're talking about people, that you love, that you care for, and people, pets like Dexter, just people and animals that you love up on. Don't waste time, right? So the first topic we want to talk about is just don't take time for granted.
Period.
Right?
Yeah.
Period. End of story.
Yeah.
Because time is a non-renewable resource. Once it's gone, it's gone. And you can never get that time back. Right? For those of you parents listening, you're like, oh, my baby was just in diapers and I blinked my eyes and they're graduating from high school. Because it's graduation season right now, or college or whatever. Right? Yeah. Time and money is a renewable resource.
Yeah.
So you can always make money, but you can never get your time back.
No.
Right? And so we want you to know that everyone's fucking busy, okay? Including us.
Right. I think especially after the last few days, it's starting to make me think like, fuck tomorrow. What about today? Right? Like how, like stop thinking about.
Well, it's not fuck tomorrow. We want tomorrow.
No, but you know what I mean? Like tomorrow isn't here yet. So it's kind of like my mindset in our trip to Hawaii this year. I mentioned it earlier. I'll go over it again. It was basically I'm going to be more intent in what I'm doing when I'm there.
More intentional
with my time, with my family, with my friends that are there.
Sure.
Talk, be more present. Yeah, be more present. And with that experience, I kept having these grateful memories. We shared about it, and I think it was because of that, because I was being more.
You were being more cognizant of like your intention before you got there.
Yeah.
So then when you got there, it was more impactful.
Yeah. Super.
I love that. No, for sure. And that's a great point, right? But being busy is not an excuse, you guys. All right. And here, look at. I don't want you to think I'm lecturing you or being mean or whatever. I'm basically talking to myself.
Seriously.
I'm lighting my own ass up, okay? Because, you get busy with work. And I've mentioned it before. If you're new here, go back and watch the earlier episodes of how I was literally killing myself daily. Like every day I was getting a little bit more sick because I wanted to make money. I wanted to be the big cheese at my job, and I wanted to be important, but I also wanted to help other people, with their jobs and whatever. And I missed out on family vacations. I missed out on parties. I missed out on our kids' sports, stuff like that. Everybody's busy. You can always make time for the people you love. It's just whether or not you want to make that commitment. Because what happens when something like the news we just got?
Sure.
What's the first thing you think about?
What have we been doing all this time together? Have I been spending the time with that person or whoever, right? Like I should be. Yeah. Are we having conversations like we should be? No,
the first thing you think of is regret.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking of all that stuff, right?
Yeah, wasted time.
I did that with my bestie, Tasha. Yeah. She was my best friend for over 22, 23 years.
Long time.
Wait.
How old is
how's Donovan? They have the same birthday. Donovan's going to be 21 this year. So, and it was like 10 years before that. Shit, over 30 years. I've been undercutting our friendship.
I know.
But
you think it's as long as Halima, but it was way before Halima too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when she told me she was pregnant with Halima, and I go, should I slap your face now? Oh, wait, I can't. You're pregnant. The hell? You're not even done with school yet. Yeah. But anyway, that was the first thing I thought of was I'm a shitty friend. I'm like, because she'd be like, hey, let's go here. And I'm like, oh dude, I'm traveling. Or when I get back, I need to decompress and whatever. And like, anyway, I just have so much regret with stuff like that. So the news we just got recently, like it's the same thing. So being busy, not an excuse. You will make time if it's important to you. And not to say that I didn't make time for Tasha because she wasn't important. I just thought I had time. You know what I mean? Like you just think, next week. Yeah. And the next week never came, right? Sure. So that's the one thing. And then the other thing about don't take time for granted is what I just said. Like you think tomorrow's a for sure thing and it's not. You know that cliche, tomorrow's not promised. That's why today is a present. Something like that. It's like a bumper sticker. I don't fucking know. But you get it, right? Yeah. So like when you think like that, you will instantly have regret. Yeah. That you always think tomorrow's coming and it's not. No. Or it may not, you know? And then the last thing on that topic is live every day like it's your last. Yeah. That sounds so cliche too. Live every day like it's your last. But you know what? It's true.
It is true.
And what does that mean? That doesn't mean like go fucking YOLO and then go rob a bank. No. That just means like if today was your last day.
What would you do? How would your, Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, what would I do? Yeah. If today was my last day, what would I do? Yeah. And the first thing that comes to mind is tell everyone I love that I love them. Like if it's not in person, it's over the phone. If it's not, like that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do everything I said I was gonna do on my bucket list. At least
it's supposed to be about relationships.
No, I know it's a relationship, but then together with those people.
Sure.
You know, like if Tasha was still saying, "Hey, bitch, let's go. We're going to Greece today," you know, or something. You know, so it's like. You can combine the two, but most importantly, live every day like it's your last with the people that you love. And that's why we've had a standing rule since the kids were born. Yeah. You never leave this house. You never leave the presence of your family unless you say, I love you. And I don't care if you're steamy hot mad at them. You can still say, I love you. Yeah. Because if that's the last day you see that person, those are the last words they will hear. And then you'll think, well, at least there was that. Yeah. Right? All right. The next topic is mend fences and get rid of your goddamn grudge.
I know it's hard.
Now, that's not to say for people who have like gravely wronged you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dumb shit. Sure. I'm talking about you ate the last tater tot in the fridge and you didn't even say anything. And then you don't talk to your brother for like 10 years. Because then it festers and then you start making up stories. He hasn't called me. You know why? He's probably talking shit on me to his wife. You know what? I didn't even like his wife. You know what I mean? And then you start making up the stories and all of a sudden they're true. Then 5 years down the line, you're thinking, that's kind of dumb. And then you're like, I want to call my brother. But then you're like, it's been too long. Right. Ooh, and then it gets worse. Then it's 20 years down the line and then you're on your deathbed going, I should have mended the fence. You get what I'm saying, right?
Sure.
I've had an energy drink, you guys.
No, I was just going to say, dumb shit or not, it's all hard, but just know it's worth it. It's worth it when you can mend those fences, especially because I know everyone knows. Yeah, like it's so personal to you because whatever the argument was, whatever the disagreement was, everyone knows it's so personal, but everyone also knows how important that relationship is. Does that make sense? So it could be hard to say sorry. It could be hard to get over the argument or the disagreement or whatever. But is it really worth it at the end of the day? Yeah. Like when you're trying to, or when you're thinking about this is my last day on earth. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think any argument is worth it. I don't think.
Again, unless someone has gravely wronged you, sure, physically, mentally, like that's not what we're talking about. No. You take that grudge to the fucking grave. I know I will for certain people, right? What? It's true. He won't. He'll forgive everybody.
Just being honest.
I'm being honest. I got a couple in the holster right here, and I'm taking them to the grave with me. But other ones that are so dumb, I've had some of those, and then you go and then you end up. Sometimes you end up mending them. It's never the same though.
No,
because you let too much time, right? But that doesn't mean that has to be you. No, okay, so let's get that out of the way. If it's dumb, let it go. Yeah. And if it's your fault, fucking say sorry and move on. That's what you were talking about.
That's what I meant.
It's hard to say sorry because you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
There's some shame attached to that because you know you were being like cuckoo bananas.
Yeah. And then you let time go and it's been years and then.
Well, even if you don't get to that part, I'm talking about a fresh one.
Oh, sure.
Right? A fresh one. Sure. You're like, you ate my last tater tot. Doesn't that sound ridiculous? I'm sure you can think of some dumb shit too. You're like, you wore my hat without asking, or I don't know what. Yeah. Like if it's your fault and you took it out of context or you just blew it up out of proportion and it didn't need to be because maybe you were in a mood or maybe you got some bad news or maybe someone was treating you badly. Sure. So you project it on someone else. Mm-hmm. Whatever that case is, if you know you were in the wrong, say sorry and say it quick. Yeah. Otherwise, it will turn into 10 years later or whatever. That's what I was saying.
You know. I know you know. Yeah. You were wrong, but you're going to hold on to it for whatever reason.
Yeah, exactly.
No reason for that.
Right? Yeah. And then we talked about this earlier, but tell him you love him. Yeah. Right? If it's hard to say I love you, do it anyway. I'll give you an example. It took me a really long time to say I love you to my own dad. Sure. And I'm talking years. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking when I started saying it is probably maybe 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. That's how recent this is, right? And it was hard because when you grow up like I did, all you think about is the shit and the bad stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. But this is going to dovetail with the next one really quick. But he's mending his ways through our kids. And then it's like, and then he says it and I'm like, all right. Like, but it was hard for me. Sure. It was hard for me. Yeah. And good old Val helped me through that, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's still hard for me.
I know, but when you do say it, doesn't it make you feel good?
I mean, it does now, but
no, I'm just saying.
But before, like when
it was hard,
the first we were 7 years in, the first 6 years,
sure, and then you say it, and then doesn't it? It should make you feel better, easier, and is it easier to say now as opposed to earlier? Or?
For the last year, a little bit easier. Sure. The first 6 years, it made me cringe and made my butthole pucker.
Yeah, you probably didn't even mean it either when you first said it.
No, I did, but I would rather say it in my head. Someone out there will resonate with what I'm saying. I'd rather say it in my head, and I mean it. And when I feel like I have to say it, I still mean it, but it doesn't sound like I mean it.
Just say it.
Hey,
eventually you will believe it, and eventually you will mean it.
It just doesn't sound like I mean it. But I do mean it, but it doesn't sound like it because it's awkward.
Sure, I know. I totally understand. Yeah, I totally understand.
I'm just clarifying for the people.
Yeah, but I want.
But that's why I put down, if it's hard to say it, do it anyway.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah, right? For sure.
And then I wrote, say I love you often and at random times. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I'll come out of nowhere and then I'll just come and hug you and I'll just tell you I love you.
Yeah. I like to hit you with them every now and then. It makes me feel good. Yeah.
There could be more.
You get them.
Hey, you're rationing them out, bitch. I don't want you to get greedy. Okay. Actually, you only get 2 a month. That's it. Right?
I'm trying to spoil you.
Actually, you don't deserve that many, so you get what you get. Be grateful.
That's why they call them random.
Fuck you. I know, I'm like a starving animal. Like,
hey, Darla, I need my pets.
Where's my Darla? My Darla, darling. She's the only one that loves me unconditionally. Anyway, that's it. That's all I had for that one. You want to do the last one?
Yeah, the last topic is it's never too late to be a good person.
Ain't that the truth? Listen, no matter what you've done, you can always redeem yourself. Yeah. And I'm talking no matter what. No matter what. If you want to put the work in, you'll change. Yeah. Does that mean everybody you've harmed and wronged along the way is going to forgive you? No. But you can start there and move forward. Yeah. You can forgive yourself because there's a lot of shame attached to that. Ugh. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why people don't say sorry.
Exactly.
Or, you know what I mean? It's because of the shame that they feel. And,
could be some pride in there.
Yeah. They're
ego.
They're twinsies. Like shame and pride, they often roll out together. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, But it's really important to know that if you feel like you're the worst person on the planet, one, I promise you there's someone worse than you. And two, if it's not too bad and you think you can mend fences, that would be cool. And if you try it and they say no, that's okay.
You tried.
You tried and you move on.
Yeah.
You got to forgive yourself and move on and change your ways. Right?
Yeah, and you'll feel a lot better, I promise.
Yeah. Now, if the person you wrong says, yeah, no, fuck all the way off, like that doesn't mean you get to be mad at that person all over again. No. That means, yeah, that's on me.
Yeah, you got to eat that.
Yeah. All right, I guess I'm eating crow for dinner, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but you did offer to apologize. You did offer some remorse. It's up to them though to take the remorse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't bully him or paint him into a corner. No. And also just saying sorry, that doesn't mean it's over.
No.
That means you still have to do the work, right? So, but this is all based on time. Like if you've been a bad person your whole life, whatever that looks like, or if you think you've been a bad person, you can always change and you can be better.
It's never too late.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at me, dude. My temper was at 100 when you met me. Was it not? It was on fucking atomic bomb status. All you needed to do is hit that red button and shit would fall apart. Like, you know.
Am I a rock? No, you're just a little boulder.
No, you used to be a boulder. Now you're a pebble. You know what they say? Like, flow. It's an inside joke, you guys. Yeah. We always used to say like flow like water, right? Because water can get anywhere. It's just because it flows. It's nice and easy. It can get through anything, and it also can wither away big boulders, right? But if you're a big boulder
of angry
nastiness, it's going to take you some years to get down to a little pebble or just water. Flow like water, right? Anyway, guys, I used to be a big boulder. Now I flow like water. No, I was the boulder. You were the water, and you broke my ass down into a little pebble and then into water. Right?
Sometimes the water gets hard again and something. Just kidding.
Sometimes the water turns into it gets calcified and builds up onto something else. And it does.
It does.
But I'm still here. I'm still a good person.
It turns back into water real fast.
You chipped away at my ass for many, many years. So.
But anyways, we're laughing and joking about it, but we're super serious. It's never too late to change your ways. It's never too late to be a kind person, to be a nice person, and you'll just be better for it. Once you make that switch.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
No, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Like basically everything comes into focus when your fucking back's against the wall.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you have, we just told you have, someone just told me I have 3 weeks to live.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do with that? Right?
Yeah.
First, you're going to have regret. Then you're going to have shame. Then you're going to be angry.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get to work.
Yeah.
Right? And so we just wanted to bring this up because I know we've gotten so many that I don't read because I think they're really personal. But there's a lot of DMs that we get that revolve around, someone passing away, someone getting sick, and, they want to mend fences with these people and stuff like that. And it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
There's no shame in it. If someone reaches out to you, maybe they've been awful and they reach out to you, but it's also up to you if you want to forgive them. And honestly, I know I say I have a couple grudges in my holster. I don't care. I'm taking them to the fucking grave with me. Outside of that, I've mended a lot of fences over the years.
You have.
And 9 times out of 10, they were people wronging me. But the whole time I thought I was a bad person. And turns out I'm not. I'm not a bad person. And I know someone out there is going to hear this and think, oh shit, okay, maybe I'm not. So reevaluate. Yeah. And if you are an asshole, own it and get better. And if you can't, go to therapy, dude. Like I can't express that therapy is so important if you can afford it. Counseling, something. They even have like online now that super affordable. Whatever you can do to talk to a third party, someone who doesn't know you and will not be biased and like literally read you down and give you the, you were kind of a dick. So that's on you. Go fix it. That kind of thing. So I know it's tough. Listen, this is why we're sharing this, right? Because we're trying to be vulnerable. We're trying to let you guys know we are going through things too as a family. And it's really fucking hard when you go through these things, and it makes you take a step back and go, what am I fucking doing?
Exactly.
Or why am I upset about this? Or why did I put that off?
Yeah.
Right?
Why did I take so long?
Yeah.
And then what is that regret? Right?
Yeah.
And then and then you obsess about that, and then you lose time, and then you're like, "Fuck, what was I doing?"
Dude, it's a vicious cycle. Yeah, and and the information that we got today and shared today with our family, like not even 4 weeks ago, one of my cousins died.
Yeah,
and she had been sick for a while, but and that sucked.
Yeah,
and then we had to do all of that, and when I say all of that, I mean reflecting and thinking about, fuck, dude, time is just a precious commodity.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's what the focus should be more on.
Yeah. So, and one of the first things my cousin's husband told me when we walked in the house, he said, "I wish we didn't all of us keep meeting. I mean, he's like, I missed you guys.
Yeah,
it's so great to see you guys. But man, we got to keep meeting. We have to stop meeting like this.
Yeah,
meaning whether it's a wedding, a baby shower, or a funeral. Those are the only 3 times all of us get together. And come on, man, it should be like game night, family night, barbecue, stuff like that, where we're hanging because we like each other.
Yeah,
and we love each other. But not these 2 grudges that are in my holster right here, locked and loaded. Not those ones. Hey, man, I'm a work in progress. All right. So,
if I think about it, I have some too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to talk about those offline. I'm curious. But anyway, you guys, thank you for joining us. This is episode 22.
Yeah. Now, that don't mean to sound so down. That wasn't the idea of this episode. Does it?
Listen, if it was a downer, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, not like we don't care about you guys, but like this is what's going on in our life right now, and we felt compelled to share it. And even if one of you motherfuckers resonates with this, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because these are actual things that people need to hear.
Yeah.
Don't take time for granted. Mend fences, right? Like, get rid of your grudge. Unless they're really, really good ones like me, keep them in your holster. And then tell people that you love them or your pets. I'm always like, Darla, darling, I love you so much. You're the perfect pepperoni. That's what I always tell her. Because she is.
And Beans is such an asshole.
And Beans is like, farting in my face.
And you still tell me you love him.
I do. He's an asshole, but I love him. And then it's never too late to be a good person.
I know.
So I know one of you motherfuckers out there needs to hear 1 or all 4 of these topics, right? And we do too. And 9 times out of 10, we're talking about stuff that we're going through. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I hope you got some good takeaways from this. In fact, I know some of you did. And if you have any questions, DM us. And if you have any amp rags, DM us or drop it in the comments.
Keep sharing, please.
And keep sharing. Maybe we should have a whole segment of like an honor. Like we have our amp rag section. And then we'll like honor pets and people that you love that may have passed on.
Sure.
Maybe we'll do a quick one of that.
I'm down with that. We just did one today for Dexter.
I know. Dexter.
Rest in peace.
Rest in love, Dexter. So, okay, you guys, we love you. Thank you for coming in to our home for the 22nd episode of season 2. We love you guys. We're working on the Patreon, I promise. And boy, do I have a lot of stuff to share on the Patreon. So stand by, Ghostwriter. You're going to see shit that has never been on any social media. I'm not even joking. I have like 3 or 4 years worth of shit.
Nice.
So awesome. Including our latest Hawaii trip. So, and our Disneyland trip. You know what I was thinking this morning? Brain blast before we go. I was taking a shower this morning and I was thinking, man, if you were throwing up, I'd be taking pictures of you. Not during throwing up, just hanging over the fence like an idiot like I was today. Or yesterday.
I wouldn't never do that to you.
I know, but just to, document it. Like when did I tell you that he fainted at Disneyland?
Oh, wait, we did talk about that.
Did we talk about that? I don't remember, but he fainted at Disneyland. And then I'm throwing up at Disneyland. What a bunch of idiots. And then I told Drew, man, you can't take your parents anywhere. One's fainting, one's tissue paper, stomach is throwing up over here. It's crazy town. But anyway, I took pictures of him. You guys want to see one? Can I put one up?
We shared it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, Okay,
shared
remind
the whole
me.
thing.
I don't believe you. Remind me, you guys.
We
You guys have
shared
better
the whole
memories.
thing.
You guys have better memories. Anyway, we love you guys so much. I don't think we did because that was the year before. It wasn't last year.
We shared it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. It's my tissue paper stomach, guys. It's the epicenter of your whole body. You know that, right? Anyway.
It's your memory bank. It's everything.
It's everything. Thank you guys so much for joining us for today, episode 22. And we'll see you guys next week, episode 23. Whoop, whoop. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, what's all over my sweatshirt? There's like stains on it like a 2-year-old. Like, do you have a hole in your lip? Any day now, while we're young. Hurry up. I feel like every time we do this, it's like, hurry up, I'm tired.
Hurry up and wait. Testing. When it's good, right?
We're going to be on episode 22.
Okay.
And you still can't get your microphone.
No,
Why is it? It's pointing straight up like this.
It's underneath my chin. It's under my chin.
Angle it a little towards your face.
Hold on a second. I thought it was good where it was.
Well, you were wrong. Your fake laugh. Actually, you're a bitch. I'm going to make voices for every face that you make at me. Because you went like this.
Stop. Ready.
Ready as I'll ever be. Ready, 3, 2, 1.